I wanted to go into the similarities and the difference of the DX100. Now, this is the Yamaha DX100. It's a synthesizer, it's an FM synthesizer, and it's also a keytar. It's small, it's lightweight. It's got little strap buttons on it so you could wear it as a keytar. And it's completely programmable. It's an FM synthesizer, it's digital. It was made in the 1980s, hence the keytar style. It was a really big deal to strap synthesizers to yourself and run around on stage in the 1980s. I really dig the sounds on it. It's got a lot of iconic sounds from the 1980s. A lot of the electric piano on there, a lot of the bass on there is iconic in a lot of albums of that time. Again, it's completely programmable. My biggest love about this thing is that I bought it because I thought it was going to be a DX7 as a keytar, but it turns out it's more of a Yamaha FB1 in a keytar form. Now, right here, I have a Yamaha FB1. Right here, it's a sound module by Yamaha. It's also an FM synthesizer, just in a little box. I bought this so that I'd have the sounds of the Yamaha DX7. So I do have the sounds of the DX7, but I don't have the maneuverability in changing the sounds. I can't change the algorithms in this thing, but it's still pretty darn awesome. And bless it, the person who had this before me put the list of all the patches on it on the top case, so it's easy to program. Now, what I really love about these two is they look completely different, but they're more or less the same. They even have the same patches in them. I'm gonna play the patches from each and one of these so you can hear the similarities and the differences. I found 3 that are pretty much the same. And then I will go over a small overview of what I love about the DX100 Keytar. Now let's start with the Yamaha FB1. It's got a lot of awesome tones in it. I love the basses in it. It's got cool sound effects. It's got smashing sounds. It's got storm sounds. It's got car crashing sounds, helicopter sounds. That stuff was actually brand new in the 80s to have a whole synthesizer with all those sounds in it. So that's why I really love this little guy. And I bought it to be a sound module for keytar. I was originally going to get the Yamaha KX5. I'm waiting for a good review of that to see if it's a keytar worth getting. So I have this set to So Heavy Synths. Let's see how that sounds. Now this is the sound of the Yamaha FB1. That's just the Yamaha FB1. Now, let's do. This is just the DX100. Just a little louder, but the exact same tone. Almost the exact same tone. It's got the same technology in it. The only big difference with this guy is you could change algorithms if you want, which can manipulate the sound. Let's see. There's another favorite I like. There's a mono bass. Let's see. Mono bass. Mono bass. I'm going to set it up for mono bass in the FB and the Yamaha FB-01. Pretty good, nice bass. Same bass, Yamaha DX100. Now I could play them together with the MIDI and with the internal sound of the DX100. It sounds doubled, but you wouldn't even know it was a different synthesizer. You would almost think it was just doubled in the exact same synthesizer. So I always thought that was pretty awesome. As soon as I got the DX100, that, oh my gosh, it's got the same tones as the FB1. So there's one more I really like. Not the Windstorm. Smash. Smash. Let's see, it's 45. Smash. This is the last tone that I'm going to share that they both have. There's more tones that they both carry. They both have a lot of the E-piano sounds that are really, really known for the DX7. Again, that was a big reason why I got the DX100, because it's got a lot of tones from the DX7. Let's see, this is Smash from the Yamaha FB1. Now Smash from the DX100. Dude, identical patch. You could play them on top of each other. You wouldn't even know it was different. You would just think it was doubled. Now, that's a big thing that I totally love about both these synthesizers. Now, the cool thing about the DX100 is that it's got 4 banks here that you could choose from. When you change your different banks, that basically you have 24 voices on 4 banks. When you change your bank from A to B to C to D, all of these different numbers bring up a different tone, different sound. When you change from bank to bank to bank, let's say you go from, let's say you want to play a grand piano on bank A, and on bank B, you would like to play, let's see, some strings. If you switch off of bank A and switch off of bank B, go back to the previous bank, it will still hold that tone on that bank. So let's say theoretically you're playing a concert and you want to play different tones at the same time and save them. You could do that on each and every bank. Just pick a favorite bank on each tone on each bank. Let's see. There's great effects on this. But one of the best sound effects that I really love about this Keytar is called pink noise. It really sounds like that noise from a shaker, or it sounds like static from a radio. But what I love about the sound of pink noise is, in one of the songs from Gem and the Holograms, one of the sound effects in the song Click Clash, in the middle of each like change, that's the sound that you hear in the background when it goes click. That's what they're playing in between every verse. Pink noise, click. So I think that's awesome when I find a patch or sound from back in the day in some equipment that I'm playing right now. So the DX100 FM synthesizer, Keytar, easily programmable, not even hard. I did read some of the manual, but at the same time, I like to play with all the buttons on the synthesizer and see what it can do. It's not all that hard to figure out. If you want to change the sound of a certain tone, if you want to change the makeup of a sound, here are all your settings on the top of the Keytar. All the top rhythms, all the top all the top instructions, all the top perimeters, they can be controlled by hitting the edit button. All the bottom perimeters, they can be controlled by hitting the function compare button. It will save whatever you program into your patch. If you hit play and compare, it will show you the edited patch that you edited, and then if you hit play, it will show you the patch before you edited it, so you could choose which one that you prefer. Let's see, let's pick a nice patch, something simple. Simple grand piano, right? You could change the algorithm of each tone. Let's see, we're gonna go to compare, we're gonna hit algorithm, and let's see, this is algorithm 4. Nice tone. Algorithm 5, a little lighter. Algorithm 6, it's getting low. Algorithm 7, very muted, very muted. Now, algorithm 8, super muted. When I choose algorithms, when I'm trying to edit a patch in FM, when I'm choosing algorithms, I want the one that's loudest and clearest because I want to hear each and every note. If you were trying to choose an algorithm, let's say you want a muted sound, let's say that you want something distorted, then of course you're going to change the algorithm to one that's different than that. But usually I will choose the loudest, clearest tone as far as the algorithm that I'm trying to use. This is a DX7 Lite. It only has 8 algorithms to choose from. I believe that the Korg FM, I think you have over 20. I believe that the DX7 you have over 20 different algorithms to work with. So yeah, this is a DX7 Lite. I like what you can do with it though. I like the manageability of the sound that comes out of it. Let's see, one of the biggest things that made me buy this was in the description that the person who was selling this online used. Basically, the guy said, you know, some of the rhythms suck, most of the tones suck, the bass rhythms are great, but the cool thing that you really want to use is, let's see, perimeter number 13. So that drove me crazy. As soon as I bought it, I'm like, okay, most of the tones suck, but I want to check out the bass lines and I want to check out perimeter 13. So it doesn't matter what tone you use. Here's an awesome bass line. We're going to go to perimeter 13, which would be their oscillator frequency. And it turns basically, perimeter 13, changing the frequency will turn any tone on this synthesizer into a laser beam or into some kind of futuristic sound. Perimeter 13. That's wicked. So, the maneuverability, the controllability of this Keytar is pretty awesome. It's got some cool leads on it. I would really recommend it to play bass lines on it. I'd recommend it for playing sound effects on it. I like the storm on it. I like the crash sounds on it. I obviously like the pink noise on it. Where is that again? Is it a pink? Where is the pink noise? I wonder what the oscillator. That don't even change. Hold on, let's see, algorithm. Pink noise algorithm 5. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, okay. Pink noise with some monophonic sound. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Let's see what the frequency. Ooh. I am loving that. So, complete maneuverability, complete ability to change sound. It's portable. It's got, you can change the modulation. It's got a pitch bend. It's got different wheels on it. It's got MIDI on it. It's got the same sounds as the Yamaha FB-1. I gotta say that I really love this guitar. It's different. It's small. It's light. It's portable. I think it runs on C batteries, dude. As does this, dude. As does the Korg. As does the Korg Poly 800 that runs on C batteries. Actually, I think this dude runs on D batteries, man. No, this one's C batteries. One of these runs on D batteries, which is kind of a pain in the butt, man. But I'm doing this thing to where I want to put batteries and make everything portable with all my Keytars, so I could randomly grab one, grab another, and play. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. I hope everybody's being distant out there, socially distant, not just emotionally distant. People need each other. I hope everybody's out there making beautiful music. Thank you for letting me share my music with you. Hugs, health, happiness from Las Vegas.